in Los Angeles needs to blow it up bigger, faster, stronger? Which team in Los Angeles needs to end this era right now? Is it the Lakers or is it the Clippers? Because I'd say outside of the bubble championship, which again, it's kind of a crazy thing to say because it still was a championship. Everybody had to deal with the same stuff when they went into the bubble. Lakers won it, but outside of that, we've seen. I know you got it off the top of your head. I don't know for the Clippers, but we haven't seen either one of these teams advance to a conference final since.
No, well, one for the Lakers, one conference finals for the Lakers.
Oh, that's
two no playoff appearances.
It swept out of my brain.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It was a sweep.
I might surprise some people with this one right here. I know people are always looking for me to do some LeBron bashing. If you're the Clippers, and Monty, you could jump in and chime in on this. If you're the Clippers, though, at this point, honestly. And watching the team, real talk, up close and personal, it's just wow. They just don't have enough. And the Kawhi thing is just it just might be too big. And I'm not trying to knock him. His body's just letting him down.
No, he has a degenerative knee issue.
He has if you're old enough to remember Penny Hardaway had the same when he had the first microfracture injury of his knee. He was just never the same guy. Jamal Mashburn. I could go on. Grandma Larry Johnson. Guys, your knees, they don't repair. They don't get better. ACL, yeah, but when you have an injury that's just reoccurring all the time, I feel for the guy. But then the story comes out where Russ today, or the story came out today where he kind of took the high road. Didn't really like being relegated to the bench, but never said nothing. Energy off the bench. I tweeted at one game where the biggest ovation all night long is when they said, and checking in now, Russell.
Yeah.
That was the loudest I heard the arena all night long. They love that guy.
Yeah.
He's their Energizer bunny.
He was, and we went down when he got hurt.
I think you were 5 and 6.
Yeah.
5 and 6 without. I think PG's gone. You can feel it. Trust me. I think PG's gone. I don't think he's living at home and all that stuff. That stuff's overrated. You can fly back and forth. Guys are going to live and buy mansions all over the damn place. I think PG's gone. Ty Lue's got 1 year left on this deal. I don't think they fire him. So if anybody thinks they're going to get him as a coach, I know there's the stories about the Lakers. Yeah, okay, well, you have to give up a whole lot to get him. Ballmer's not giving him to you. You definitely want him going into that new, beautiful stadium that they have, that I've had a chance to see recently. But if it's between these two teams, I think AD is still viable. I like D'Lo, and it's more than most people do. But when I do look at your Clippers, Monty, I think it's time. I don't because what are you gonna do?
It was time 2 years ago.
Oh wow! Okay.
I said that. I said that. Like,
I missed that one.
Kawhi or Paul George. I said that 2 years ago. One or the other. I was just like, we're
and Harden, right?
Harden, like what? Here we are, right?
Right,
like,
we don't know what to say. We don't know what to say. What are you gonna say, right?
Right, exactly. I don't know if Paul George is gonna come back. I think signing Kawhi to that extension is really what is a little bit hurting us. The idea was signing him so that it would bring fans into Intuit Dome, which is ridiculous because guess what? Clippers aren't getting new fans. The fans that we have are the fans that we have. And so that is a ridiculous thought. We were still going to show up. There's nobody new because of Kawhi Leonard. Yeah. That already happened, So it's silly that was the idea behind it. I don't know. It's like starting over is not going to happen. It's not going to happen by having Kawhi Leonard on this 3-year extension. So I actually think I don't think I'm on board fully, but I think they're going to run it back. I think they're going to run it back.
I think they will too. They're going to lie to themselves.
Yeah,
which it's easy to do. It's easy to do.
It is.
It's really easy to do.
And it was a really frustrating. I said to Kerry Rhodes, like, out of all the years I've been a Clippers fan, out of all the series that we've lost, yes, 3-1 up that we ended up losing, this was one of the most annoying ones because it looked like they didn't care.
The other night it did. The other night it looked bad.
Yesterday it looked like that. Yeah. The last game at Crypto looked like that.
I mean, yesterday, yeah. Last night, yeah. I'm sorry.
But
I'm losing my days.
You're fine. But the last game at Crypto looked like that.
Yeah.
Aside from game 1, honestly, and game 3 where we almost lost a 31-point lead.
Yep.
it was like Jekyll and Hyde. What team am I going to get out here?
Yeah.
Only Norman Powell and Russell Westbrook looked like they actually wanted to be out there. Every game.
And also, too, man. And man, Bones Highland. They got some guys, and it's just
Bones Highland is not in the rotation, though.
at all. At all. Listen, PJ was hot telling it out of there before we could get to the damn press room. He was walking by us, speed walking like I'm out of here.
Well, he's been mad.
Oh, he's been pissed all year.
I ain't got nothing nice to say, so I ain't got.
No, he's been pissed all year long.
And I don't blame him for being mad, but also like you can't keep up either.
Yeah.
So it's I feel for the guy, but also you're not keeping up. That's why you're older, and your bread and butter is
the whole
defense.
Clippers team is older.
Right.
They all old,
and that is,
and they slow.
Yep.
It's old and slow.
Yeah.
You know what you need to be in the NBA?
Fast.
Young and fast.
Young and fast.
That's what
Young
has
and
been
fast.
proven.
And that's true, though, Martin, because analytics is really taking over a lot.
Yeah.
That's why the Trae Young rumors with L.A., I don't like it because it's like, okay, you're going to bring another point guard in. Stop lying to yourself and stop lying to the society that LeBron's going to come off the ball. We know that's not going to happen.
Clearly.
Because sooner or later, he's got to be the guy with the ball. But the Clippers, I think PG, we're running it back. So you're re-signing PG to what? 2, 3 years? What are you doing with
to match Kawhi?
Yeah, I'd match him with Kawhi.
3?
Exactly.
So what, a 2-year?
2 year at this point.
2-year, 100? What? So we doing? What are we doing? 100?
I know what I would definitely do if I'm the Clippers. If there's anything that I feel like is a definite fact in the NBA over the last 10 years, it is that James Harden was going to not perform in the postseason.
Yeah.
He will have 2 games a series where he's like, oh, yeah, this guy's definitely a future Hall of Famer. And then the other 2, it'll be like, man, should we really not be playing Bones Highland over him? Like, it is like, because it is the way that and you know what? I've often said, if I was in the NBA, I would like to live the life that James Harden lives. He looks like he has a blast. But it also looks like at this age, it has caught up to him. He's good for 2 out of 6 games every series. He'll have 80 points across 2 games, and then the rest he won't score 80.
He'll just disappear.
He won't score. He'll average. He's got more 2 for 11 games than anybody in the NBA. And the thing about it is, Russell Westbrook is past his prime and whatever, but the Clippers need him to just do the dirty work.
Yeah.
But the problem with having Russell Westbrook do the dirty work is he's still out there. And it was like it's kind of similar to like Rudy Gobert, right? Where Rudy Gobert in Utah was largely ignored on the offensive end. He's a much better player now simply because they don't mind throwing a ball to him.
Yep.
They're like, all right, we're going to not burn this possession.
You can't play 5-on-4.
Exactly.
You can't.
And Russ,
you can't.
Russ did not. He didn't hit a shot after game 1.
I know.
After game 1, it was absent for him.
And he let it get to him.
I mean, wouldn't you? It would bother me too.
Right, but like he got emotional.
Yeah. So
How much of this is on Ty Lue, guys?
Again,
How much is this on Ty
if
Lue?
you shopping at 7-Eleven, it's hard to make Christmas dinner. Like. It's just, if you're shopping at the gas station, it's hard
Martin's
to make
on
Christmas
fire
dinner.
today, man.
That's so good. I'm stealing that.
I should come in sick more often.
I'm stealing that.
And just let
It
Martin
just
take the
is.
entertainment value over.
It is. When you look at that roster, what's he supposed to do?
Right.
What's he supposed to
Right.
do? Like,
Like-
is he supposed to check himself in? He was a defensive first point guard.
He should not have allowed Kawhi Leonard to play game 2. He should not have played game 2.
Why they play him, you think? Because you played him that one game and then
I mean,
it was
you're
like...
paying him to play.
I think that's the
I
big
think
reason why.
I think that's the reason why, but it's like he shouldn't have played. The momentum was on the Clippers side after game 1, and then he came in and was the wrench that kind of threw everything off.
One last quick point I'll make too. This team always feels like they don't know who's the guy. Some games Harden.
yeah.
Sometimes Harden wants to get going. Sometimes PG wants to get. There's no system of who's going to get going.